This thing is lower than Magic Johnson's T-cell count. Had a guy come to me with something kind of odd. He said, man, you're the first person I thought about when I found this. He said, I found a 1992 Mitsubishi Mighty Max pickup truck with your name written all over it. And I said, well, apparently you don't know my name because I wouldn't have a Mitsubishi Mighty Max pickup truck. He says, you haven't seen this one yet. And the story that goes with it is going to make you buy it. Hey, I'm a sucker for a sales pitch. Let's check it out. Well, I was tied up busy at the shop that day. Well, I get an address of where this truck is sitting, and it's been left sitting for the last 9 years. Well, I couldn't get loose, so I called my good friend Josh. And the only thing I knew is this a lowered mini truck. Used to be in a magazine. It was a magazine feature truck. So I called my good friend Josh. He's into custom trucks. Josh was off that day. I said, Josh, do me a solid. Here's an address. Come check out this little truck. See if it's a turd, whatever. About 30 minutes goes by, I get a phone call. Josh is not a phone call guy. He's going to shoot you a text, short and to the point. He's in love. He said, man, you will not believe this. He was like a little schoolgirl on the phone about this truck. He said, dude, this truck, he said, the outside of it, it's been sitting and you can tell. But he said, it's got a complete tube chassis under it. It's been body dropped, full air ride suspension, yada, yada, yada. He said, this thing is like the ultimate 90s mini truck. That's when it hit. 90s mini trucks are going insane right now, especially magazine feature trucks. If this thing was any more 90s, it would be a slap bracelet. You know, you got to think about it. All the guys that built these things in the 90s, well, they had to grow up sooner or later, and a regular cab mini truck really wasn't the best family ride. So they sold them. Well, they're really not good for anything other than showing off. So what happens? They get scrapped, they get parted out. Next thing you know, they go away. When's the last time you've seen a Mitsubishi pickup truck? So anyway, these trucks have sold. Well, now these guys are my age and older, and they want their mini truck back. But the key, quality, 90s style. And this truck supposedly is checking these boxes given by Josh having a girl crush on it. So I called the guy that was selling it. And he was a shrewd negotiator. He came in at a price and we were talking. He had that truck and two other trucks. One was a running, driving parts truck and the other one was a parts truck that wasn't running. And he had this complete old show truck that was in the middle of being redone when it was parked. I ended up buying all of it for $600, the total lot. And parts for days. We had probably 6 pickup truck loads of parts on top of the parts trucks that came out. So I knew in scrap, I made my money back. So we get these trucks and we start digging into it a little deeper. We pull the bed off of it. And this thing has this gorgeous tube chassis under a 92 Mitsubishi Mighty Max truck. The cross members, complete 4-bar suspension. It was one of the first trucks in the Southeast with air ride. Then people start chiming in about the truck, and then the good story hits about it. The guy that built this truck, and he bought it new, it's a one-owner truck. He bought it new, and it was his baby. He lowered it, and he took it to car shows, and that's what he did. Well, in '95, he decided he was going to build the ultimate show truck, and he did. He sent this truck to Tennessee. They found a rod shop up there that built this custom frame under this Mitsubishi truck. They cut the floor pans out of it, lowered the body over the frame. Completely different front suspension. A big thing with lowered trucks is the camber. Negative camber the wheels lay in when you lower it down. Well, in the last few years, they've came up with A-arms or upper control arms that actually correct that. In the last few years, it's 2018. In '95, they built A-arms for this truck to keep the wheels straight. This thing slams down harder than Monica Lewinsky on her knees in the Oval Office. So, I mean, like a lot of work and just crazy engineering went into this Mitsubishi pickup truck. Custom Corbeau leather seats, suede headliner. I mean, you name it. I mean, a 2.4 liter motor that was built for it with a racing header and a Weber side draft carb on it in a Mitsubishi Mighty Max pickup truck. It just blows my mind, you know. And I mean, just the money that was spent on this truck. Well, there's only one problem with this guy's baby, is how he made his money and how he could afford to build a truck of this magnitude. He was a meth dealer. Hell, I didn't know at the time. I bought Walter White's mini truck. You know, I don't know much about the drug biz. Try to stay out of it. But he didn't get caught with grams or ounces or, you know, baggies of stuff. He got caught with pounds of stuff and lots more stuff to make more stuff. He was involved in one of the largest meth busts in the Southeast. And that's when this truck got parked. And so that's why it'd been sitting. And he is serving life in prison. The story with this truck is just so awesome. And it went from this guy's baby, and the owner is serving the rest of his life in jail because of it. You know, building this truck. So naturally, we're restoring it. And we're putting it back, full 90s style. I tell you what, I don't know what we're gonna add meth theme to this because I'm that guy, you know? You gotta take it back to its roots. But maybe a Blue Rock shift knob, or maybe a beaker for the washer fluid, or maybe even like a full body suit, hazmat suit laying in the back. You know, I'm a gambling man too, a little bit. So for the little mini truck, it should be done around September or October. I'd love to take it to the Turkey Rod Run down in Daytona, cruise around in it, you know, enjoy it a little bit. But I really think in January I'm gonna consign it for Barrett-Jackson in Palm Beach and see rags to riches. She goes from sitting abandoned, the meth bust mini truck, to sitting on the block at Barrett-Jackson. And I really think the truck's going to do good. I think by that time that the market's going to grow even more, and the attention. You got to think about April, we're rolling into another car show season, so people will be looking for something new and something different. And we're going to come straight out of here with this little mini truck from nowhere.